I used to believe that paying off debt meant cutting everything. No fun, no takeout, no rest, just struggle until the balance hits zero. But I've learned that it doesn't have to be that way. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how we're actually doing it. First, we use a spending plan and not a strict budget. So our plan aligns with our values and not just the numbers. We know what's important to us, and that's faith, family, travel, and those are the things that fuel us. And so we spend intentionally on those areas, and we trim out the fluff and the stuff that doesn't actually matter to us, things that don't get us closer to our goals. If you've never heard of a spending plan before and you want to know more, I've actually got a link beneath this video that you can watch after this video, which talks you through how to set up your own spending plan. You don't need to cut out everything. You just need to cut out the things that doesn't align with your values and with your goals. The next thing that we actually do is we build in joy. And so what I mean by that, it's whether it's a date night with Britney and myself, or the family going out for pizza, or a budgeted little trip that we've got, we plan our enjoyment, right? And I know there's lots of people out there that says you got to pay off your debt entirely before you can even go on a vacation. You can't take a vacation because you're not entitled to it. We don't believe that. We believe that we've got a goal to become debt-free. And so we're doing it one bite or one step at a time, but we're factoring in joy into our lives so that we don't go out and we binge spend later or out of frustration. So all of a sudden, because it's taking too long to get out of debt, we're just going to go ahead and go on holiday and spend $1,000 or $2,000 because you're just digging the hole a bit deeper. But if you plan for those things as you're getting out of debt, you can actually enjoy the journey while getting out of debt. So discipline works best for us personally when it's sustainable. And sustainability includes joy and making memories along the way. The third area, which to me is actually the most important area, and it could have been number one in this video, is even while we are in debt, we make generosity a part of our plan. So we are firm believers in the principle of tithing. We give 10% to our church, but we also have a certain portion of our spending plan which we set aside to help other people. And so that's not the church side of things, but this is actually us going ahead, and if somebody's got a need, and I'm not saying we're setting aside 5 or 10 or 20% for that. We've got a small little portion so that we can help people, because I believe, guys, again, life is more than just me and my goals and my household and our goals. We want to be able to make an impact in other people's lives, but we're doing so in a strategic manner. We've got a portion to help people, and when that portion is up in a particular month, we might not be able to help another person this particular month with financial means. We could help in other areas like serving or going and helping them out by painting their house and things like that. But I believe on the journey that we personally factored in the ability to help other people. So it may not be a huge amount, but it keeps our hearts open, and it also reminds us that this journey is not just about the numbers, but it's about helping other people along the way. So even small acts of kindness can give you a different perspective, and I believe that it's helping our kids to realize that life is not just about them and the things that they have, but it's about actually impacting and helping other people too. At this point in time, I just want to mention that it's important to be strategic about how you're paying off your debt. Unless you've got a plan, whether it's the debt snowball or whether it's a debt avalanche or debt consolidation, you need to have a plan and you need to be committed to that plan. You can have the best plan on paper, but unless you actually are committed to it, chances are you're not going to get to your goal of becoming debt-free. So we've got a plan, and we know what our debts are, and as a result of that, we know that when we have extra income, we channel it towards our debt in order to get to a position of debt freedom. And then finally, I believe what's helping us also is to track our wins and not just the balances, because you can look at the balances and you can feel overwhelmed. You can also feel like I'm never going to get there. But I believe that each payment that you make, each decision that you take to stay the course, each moment of contentment, it actually all counts, right? So this keeps us motivated, and it keeps reminding us that freedom is on the horizon. And so whether you have $100,000 worth of debt or $200,000 because you've got a mortgage, every payment gets you one step closer. So this keeps us motivated and reminds us that freedom is on the horizon. So if you're paying down debt and you feel discouraged today, know this, guys, that you don't need to suffer on your journey to being debt-free. You can live with purpose. You can still make a difference in other people's lives while you're getting out of debt. If you are looking for a strategy to get out of debt, there's a link beneath this video where I share what Britney and myself did to get out of $22,000 of consumer debt and what we are using right now to be able to pay our mortgage off. So click the link beneath this video.